comfort is a poison and it's addictive. And
Man, that is the truth. Yes. Is there something really spicy?
Actually, we keep it mild.
Okay, I prefer mild. Dave likes spicy. You're Mexican, right?
Ish.
Aaron Sierra Ranch Chili. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Good to have you. And finally, he's a large man, but the camera angle here makes people in that seat look small, so he's normal size today.
I'm actually sitting 4 feet in front of him. So that's funny because when Southern California, man, there's a lot of spice down there. There's a lot of diversity in food and everything else.
Yep.
And then I remember being up here, and guys were passing around at the PD. What are they? Red Hot? No. The chili,
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Oh, yeah.
Red Hot Cheetos. And they were like, dude, these are so hot. And I'm like, really?
Come on.
There's not a lot of spice up here.
No, there's not. It's rather vanilla.
I think you should have a really spicy chili.
I couldn't sell it. In North Idaho, I couldn't. I'll tell you, when I started competing in Arizona, what I serve here, it doesn't even register on the heat scale for Arizona. In Arizona, I was commonly told I needed to pick up the heat. Very rarely did somebody say it was too hot. Here, I have people that have come by and one lady, my lips are burning. My lips are burning. And, lady, you're not supposed to put it on your lips.
What do I do?
But North Idaho, the palate is very mild. So we're really shooting for flavor. We have a lot of chilies packed in the chili, 6 different peppers. But with that said, we got to keep it mild or else we would not sell it to this crowd.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I think a lot of the transplants are saving us because they're looking for something a little bit edgier. And at least we're a little bit out there. But no, we're not trying to win a heat contest.
Okay, so real quick, do you have a storefront? I'm sure we'll get into it or anything else where people can go, or is it all online or what?
Yeah, so there's 3 parts of the business.
Okay.
We are set up at the Silver Lake Mall. We have a food court location there. And we're a chili stand is really what we are. We do an all-meat chili, one kind of chili, and then we do a bunch of different dishes. I call it Southwest comfort food that we prepare with that chili. So we do a chili mac, for instance. We do, of course, our version of a chili dog. And so everything with the chili in some way, but it's one type of chili, and that's what you'll be having.
Well, that's the neat thing. So many people that come up here, and chili is like my favorite winter food, by the way. Okay. So we're gonna have to talk.
We're gonna be friends.
Yeah. We're gonna be friends for sure.
That's like an easy way for us to get lunch, man. We can pop
100%.
right over there. Yes.
I will go over there now. It's right across the street. But the cool thing about this community is that, a lot of people that move up, they go, oh man, it snows. Oh, winter. Like, what do you do? Everybody has this belief that you just sit in your house and you don't do anything. But it's neat how the community transforms like that. I mean, you got the entire park that now is a big ice skating rink, right? There's still people outdoors. So that outdoor lifestyle still exists all the way through the winter.
Yeah, so I agree with you.
So Aaron, talk to us about how did you get into chili in general? Like, did you own a restaurant? Is this something you just kind of fell upon? Is this like a passion? How did you turn into just chili?
The long and short of it is, I'm a foodie, as you can tell, and I used to live in Phoenix. There was a place I'd go to, and I would drive across town. It was our ritual, a couple times a month. Take the kids down, meet the parents down there. We drive 45 minutes each way, so an hour and a half on the road. Go there for chili and a salad. And at the time, I was working on barbecue. I wanted to open a barbecue restaurant, doing a lot of pit smoking. And after about a year and a half, I went in there one day, and the chili was different. I said, well, you guys change ownership or what? They go, no, we just changed the chili recipe. Never went back again. The place was closed in 6 months. And
wow.
I set out to make a chili I'd drive across town for. That's the actual story. And
that's a great logo or motto, by the way.
I
chili you
drive
across town
for. I could see that. So I worked up probably about 14 batches to get to where I'm at now. Everybody loved it. Friends were asking, could I buy a bowl? Could I buy a pot? So I started competing, never lost a contest, 75 people or so, contestants, community contests. And so went back to my career, or never left my career, really. Cybersecurity is where I came from.
See the relation there?
Cybersecurity is chili.
Totally.
No, it was put the recipe on the shelf, walked away. Life unfolded, raised the kids, did the career thing. We lived in California. Moved up here. I was taking a little pause from my career. One of my sons wanted to make some money, so we went to the farmer's market and said, see how the chili does. And The community was very receptive. We had a lot of great feedback. We did some great events, and I gotta say, it's been fun as a business owner, and I'm sure you've experienced it too. Just being a part of the community. I mean, being a business owner gets you out there in a way that frankly, before going out for dinner and just going to a movie or whatever is not the same. It immerses you in the community, and so. It was just such a great experience to be doing events like Timber Days, Paul Bunyan Days, where these towns all show up, thousands of people over a weekend. And so that was just such a great thrill that we decided to set up shop and open up a brick and mortar to give us a commercial kitchen. That's what got us into the mall, and so here we are today. To me, it's very clear there is something unique and special here. And I think the key thing is, for if you're not from here, and I'll say for myself, coming out of San Jose and Phoenix and in Southern California, embrace it. I mean, there's something. It's one of those things where you kind of get what you put into it. But certainly, we see it, like you're saying, just the people that come out to support you. They're excited about what you have. They're excited about the growth in the community, and they want to see you succeed. It's just different here.
Yeah.
It is absolutely different here. So it's very special in that way.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, do you run into that issue being in the mall, like visibility? Are you not as visible there?
It's absolutely an issue. I think one of the problems for us too is that you might be looking for pizza and you're gonna Google some pizza restaurants or burger joints or whatever. People just aren't generally Googling for chili.
Yeah,
Where's my local chili stand? And we also don't really have a genre. I refer to us as Southwestern comfort food because it's kind of that spin on a lot of Mexican flavors, but American dishes, sloppy joes, something called chili melt. But the point is it's its own thing, and so that's been one of our biggest problems.
But now you said you do venues and stuff like that, so you're coming to ours, so you have the ability to be mobile if you need to be, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what we should do? We've talked about this. Is we want to get Heat Praxia, rent their sauna, take it down to Honeysuckle Beach, and do a day down there. Why not have chili?
I'm seeing where you're going with this.
You're seeing where I'm going with this, dude.
So,
you go cold plunge, come into the sauna, get some chili. I'm all about this.
We always find a way to circle this back to cold plunging somehow.
And
you just did it. Nicely done, dude. That's something we love doing in the wintertime. You have to join us sometime.
I'm going to have to. I've been told about the Heat Praxia. I'm glad to know they have a new home.
Yes.
I know they're out on Sherman previously, and it's on my bucket list, the cold plunge.
It's a lot of fun, and you know what? It is actually pretty cool. We went this Sunday. Usually we have a group of 8 to 10 people that go. And we'll usually go about 30 minutes ahead of time, do a little run with some burpees, just kind of get a little workout in early morning. But this was one of the Sundays.
It's not mandatory, by the way.
It's not mandatory.
Voluntary.
But this is one of the Sundays that we went. People ask me why I cold dip. This is why. We went, and it was just Seth and I this week. Nobody showed up, which is rare. Usually we have...
Almost always, yeah.
Yeah, we've had up to 15
It was really
plus
romantic,
people.
I gotta say.
Romantic, thank you. But it was actually kind of cool because people ask me, why do you cold dip? And I'm like, you know what? I do it because other people aren't willing to do it all the time. Like, it's one of those things where I almost get excited when other people don't show up because I know somebody was like, I'm not going today. And I'm like, I did it. Where other people didn't want to go. This isn't a diss on anybody that goes with us, but it's the truth. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I know it's hard. Like, when it's negative 25 and nobody's willing to go with you and you're like, I'm still going. I'm cutting a hole in the ice and I'm getting in. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I dig it. It's a mental thing.
I'm impressed because comfort is a poison and it's addictive. And
Man, that is the truth.
And,
yes.
And as much as I love the idea, and I will do it at some point, I got to do it, especially after all this.
Oh, yeah.
But that moment of discomfort.
Yeah.
The extreme discomfort.
And it never
right?
gets better, right? You get a little better mentally of being able to conquer it, but it hurts every single time.
Does it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was wondering.
You hit the nuts and it's like, I feel that. But really for me, when you hit the chest area and the upper back, once you get to your chin line, then you're in all the way and you're like, got to control that breathing, got to bring the bring the heart rate back down. And we don't like, you'll see tomorrow morning, you're going to see the polar plunge people. They run out there and they jump in and then they run back out. Like, no, we don't fucking play that. We walk out and you show no emotion. You show emotion.
That's what I was going to ask you. You slow walk it out there.
Slow walk up in there. You dip in. You control your breathing. You stay chill. We sit in. We were in there for 8 or 9 minutes on Sunday because
Yeah.
we were just talking. Usually about 5 when it's this cold. The water temp's like 39 right
Dude,
now.
you go in a male and you come out a female.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, you are just sucked in.
Things invert.
I don't even know if this is appropriate for me to tell, but I called Seth the other day and I'm like,
Yes.
dude, because I started taking testosterone a couple months ago.
Okay.
I've been trying not to. I ended up getting on testosterone. I'm sorry. I'm like, is this on
it's
air?
a
Can we
great
talk about
Yes,
this?
please tell it.
No, so so I get home after cold dipping, right? And it was cold. I was by
Right.
myself. And I get home and he had told me, he goes, hey bro, he goes, when you start taking testosterone, he's like, your nuts just shrink up. And I'm like, okay. So I'm constantly checking. I'm like, what's going to happen here? Dude, I got home from cold dipping, lost my left nut. It was gone. It was gone. I got in the shower. I'm not kidding you. I started freaking out. I'm in there and I'm like, oh my God, it's gone. There was clearly only one. I don't even know where it went. It came back. But it was just so cold that it just disappeared completely. I don't even know where it went, but I for sure lost it. And I was freaking out. I'm like, is this what he's talking about? Like, is
Crawled
this how?
back up
Oh my
inside
gosh.
your body.
It
and
did. It
like,
was
bro,
gone.
I'm not coming out.
It was completely gone. It was the weirdest feeling ever.
I'm imagining that some viewer's going to come in and stop by for some chili.
Yeah.
And say, so, you know, I can only imagine where the conversation goes as they're trying to pick up on this and hanging on our every word. But
Like
educational.
We've found that being our true, authentic selves, the right people find us, right? And when we meet in person, it's like immediate bond, right? I love it. I go show a house, somebody that finds us on YouTube and they call, we're going through the home buying process and I go show a house and like they drop the first F-bomb, and I'm like, I'll play cool, They drop the first F-bomb, they look at me and I'm like, oh yeah, it's on, like we cool. And then it's on from there, man. Like we're showing houses, we're talking shit the whole time, having a good time. That is what it's all about. Like the right people will find you.
I like it. And I see it in chatting with you before. I'll tell anybody watching, these guys are genuine.
Thank you.
You can't make this up.